G'day, I'm Warwick Jordan. I'm the coordinator at the Hunter Jobs Alliance. Clearly in the Hunter there's a lot of views about what's going to happen to our major industries like coal mining, like power generation and manufacturing industries. So we've been out and about in the Hunter talking to people about what they think is going to happen over the next couple of decades.
My name's Dan Lyons. I've been with Tomago for 15 years.
My name is Carly. I am 21 and I have just finished my fitting apprenticeship.
Yeah, my name's Jared Spinks. I work at the power station in the Hunter Valley for 37 years.
Hi, my name's Janice. I work in the care industry.
My name's Nathan Clements. I'm an electrical fitter and machinist at Komatsu.
I'm Sarah Lukeman. I started as a young graduate engineer for what is now Rio Tinto back in 1991.
My name's Zach. I'm 21 years old and I'm a bartender at the West Group.
So my name's Sophie Nichols. I work on a small scale farm just outside of Singleton. I also work in viticulture in Becolvin.
People in the Hunter know what it's like to experience the closure of mines, the closure of factories, and to see the impacts on working people.
HJA have already said, and the energy companies have already said, that by 2035 coal-fired power is not going to exist. The impact that will have on Newcastle, like a lot of jobs are lost.
We are very well aware that we need to be having a conscious shift in the way that we produce power here, the way that we manufacture here, the way that we mine here, in order to both sustain jobs and sustain a reliable economic environment.
Coal mining will begin to slow down, willingly or not. I can see unemployment rising, house prices dropping, and possibly even people moving away from the valley to find more work.
Clean energy's coming in, and yeah, jobs are drying up. There's no other manufacturing really in this area anymore. We've lost our boats, our trains, steel's gone. We've only got the one aluminium smelter now, so I know there's talk about what happens when the Liddell closure occurs, but I don't know if there's any meat on the bones of that. I know people will transition across to the Bayswater. I don't know if there'll be redundancies involved.
It's often said that the Hunter Valley has a lot of great advantages and a lot of great opportunities, and it's clear that people here are really positive about the future.
I think the future's bright. I think there's a lot of potential for a huge increase in manufacturing jobs here, renewable energy jobs, the boon to the local community as well from those.
It's all about the opportunity. If Newcastle can't present ample opportunities for postgraduates, then I think people will have to consider moving, be it whether they want to or not, but for the opportunities that they've worked hard for.
Allowing our port to expand and diversify.
We've got the deep harbour port at Newcastle for exporting. We've got the rail infrastructure, we've got the poles and wires all here. So to me it makes sense for other industry to move in and take advantage of what we got.
Working people in the Hunter have powered the New South Wales economy for literally hundreds of years. Now that we're facing major change over the coming decades, it's clear people see it's only fair that we're supported by government through these changes so that we can maintain our place as the engine room of the New South Wales economy.
I think that's part of their charter, to make sure people have employment and good, meaningful employment. Casualisation is a big thing at the moment. I'd like to see good, full-time, meaningful jobs. And like I say, I think they need to give big business industry a bit of a push in our direction to get them going. They do it quite often with the mining sector.
If the government just goes along and shuts power plant after power plant, that's thousands of jobs. If power plants close and there's no infrastructure for electricity, Tomago closes. So Tomago alone, there's 1,000 employees, or roughly 1,000 employees. But that we then feed into 3,000 other jobs that are related just to Tomago. We need the government to help us develop those new cleaner energies.
There's a whole lot of ships loaded with coal from the Hunter sitting off the coast of China right now because of the decision made by the Chinese government that's got nothing to do with economics. So there are political decisions involved in this as well, not just economic.
So I think there will just be a gradually decline in the price and buying of coal, and power will be generated from other sources cheaper. So coal mining will eventually be made redundant, but not, this is not going to happen overnight.
I think it's government's job but it should be through the local community, the voice that they have. Business isn't going to act, it's going to act in its own interests alone, but the government needs to act on the behalf of its constituents.
The Western Australian Labor Government are offering a freeze on TAFE course fees. A friend of mine, her husband worked in BHP and he was a chemical engineer and he needed to have a career change. So he was supported to retrain into teaching.
If a country doesn't have manufacturing, can't rely on themselves, then we just become pawns in the international world. We're buying stuff from other people, we're not manufacturing ourselves, we have no pride. We need pride back in our manufacturing and the government to support initiatives and let us have the opportunity to show how actually great we are.
And so we need leadership on this issue. People have the will, but they don't necessarily know how to do it. And so we need leaders to stop bickering.
Regions that experience major economic change and see impacts on working people and communities usually say two things in hindsight. We wish we prepared when we had the chance, and we wish we worked together.
So unbelievably important. If you enjoy this area, if you love this area, you need to be taking a stand, be getting involved in this. Otherwise, you're going to have to kiss goodbye all the things that you love about this area.
Localised experiences and that knowledge is what should be promoted within this debate. Perhaps less politicians from Queensland and more workers from Singleton.
This is a very large and difficult issue. We need as many bright ideas as we can, but local voices should never be drowned out.
We just need the government to help out. We need a seat at the table. We need to be able to say, no, this is not going to work for us, this will work for us, these are our ideas, and to move forward, because I don't think it'll move forward without at least us being at the table as well.
The Hunter Jobs Alliance is focused on making sure we have secure jobs, a prosperous future and a safe and sustainable environment in the Hunter region.
Local people are concerned, they can see what's happening, and the Hunter Jobs Alliance is a means for them to voice their opinions.
Well, the global economy is demanding that we change. We have to do something different. The workers need a voice, we need a future, and if we say nothing, I can't see anything is going to change. So, yeah, good on the Hunter Jobs Alliance.
Put it out to the community first. Have community forums in different areas, getting people's ideas.
By making some plans now for what the jobs in 10 and 20 years' time are, we can reduce that fear for people, for their own jobs and for the jobs for their kids and grandkids.
It's really important that this conversation is led by the community. We don't want our future to be defined by politicians in Canberra and Sydney, by corporate boardrooms overseas, or by political strategists who think that they can make use of people in this region. We want the focus to be on what can we do about the changes that are coming down the line, what can we do to create secure opportunities and a prosperous future for the Hunter region.